Please like and comment on the video below. That will allow me to produce better quality videos and more of them in the future.
So here's an interesting trade for you. I've turned to this market, I've assessed this market, and it looks to me like the second favourite is overbacked. What do I mean by that? Well, we can see that there's been a fair amount of money coming for it, and it's pulled the price in a bit. It hasn't pulled it in massively, so I don't think it's massively overbacked. But you can see there's been a few larger orders here. So it wouldn't surprise me to see this start to head back in the other direction. Now, in order for that to happen, we need to see a little bit of activity on the favourite. We need to see the favourite coming in, and you can see that that's more or less what we've got. So obviously a key point here will be if the favourite heads lower than 4, and that would probably trigger off a bit of a drift on the second favourite. If we look at the third and fourth, you can see that they're pretty flat. So focus is on the front two, thinking that the favourite's going to hopefully get backed in, looking to take advantage of that by laying the favourites here. So because it's a demo video, I'm going to use small stakes for you, and well, I say small, smallish stakes, and we'll see if we can pick up on what's going to happen within this particular market. So at the moment you can see the opposite's happening. We can see that the second favourite's continuing to get backed in, and we can see the favourites drifting a bit. So what we suspected is going to happen isn't happening at the moment, so no action on our behalf here. We're not going to change our mind or anything. We're very specifically looking for a certain setup, and I'm going to trade that setup. So let's see what happens as the money begins to rise. There's only 86,000 matched so far. We'll see what happens when the real money comes into the market. So I'm going to switch to 128 quid stakes. I'm going to put one order in, and I've squeezed another in. Go on, please match, please match, please match. Go on, it's probably still will match. Come on. Yep, and that has matched. And the reason I've done that is because we are seeing a bit of a reaction now, and the price on this is beginning to drift. So really, to make the trade really work well, we need to see the favourite getting backed in. So let's keep an eye on what's going on over here. We can see the favourites being backed in. There's quite a lot of money at 4-2-4-1, so we need to see that getting eaten through. And the perfect scenario for us would be to see the price push below 4, and then that will really set off a big move. So on this side, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put in a little bit of a closing order at 5-5. That's going to give me a little bit of breathing space on this trade. I want to see this money getting taken down here at 4-2-4-1. You can see there's lots of money stacked up on both sides here. So let's see if that continues that push down. And I'm beginning to think now about other points at which I would like to get out. So let's pop a trade in here. Should I pop one in there? Yeah, and I think, you know, where's the upper extent of where this move is likely to go? So, you know, perhaps up here, but more likely somewhere around here. So if we tee up these orders, if the price breaks here, it could break here and get some of these matched. If we really think it's going to go a long way, you can see our potential profit now is down at 4-2. Where we trip over and start making a loss. So we've got plenty of room to play with here. We've got loads of room to play with. But what I'm watching here is whether this is going to break down. If it doesn't break down, then I'll start exiting my order a little bit closer to where the money is within the market. So it's struggling. I mean, if we look at the chart, you'll see it's struggling to get further down. It's stubbornly refusing to go further. The thing that would set that off is if we get a bit of a drift on one of these other two. But I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing that at all. So price has gone out. It's coming back in a bit. Didn't break 6-2. So let's pull our order down closer to that particular point within the market. And you can see it still isn't going further than that. There's been money traded at 6-2, 6-4. Let's see if we get matched now. Momentary concentration. Keeping an eye on the favourite. The favourite is coming in ever so slightly. Didn't go down. So that's a signal to me that it's probably not willing to go much higher than that. There's only 40 odd seconds left as well. Can you see how stubbornly it's sticking to that particular price? But we've got the majority of our trade out now, so we're pretty safe. And there goes the favourite. Go on, go on. Go, 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 go. Bit of backing on the fourth. No, it didn't last long. It didn't really punch through there. So I'm now focusing It would help if I was on the right side. I'm now focusing on when this race is going to go off to see if we can get that last order matched. And it looks like we are going to get it matched. We've got a little bit of it matched. We just need that little bit left. The 3 horses out. So this is going to happen. There goes the break finally on the favourite. And it's not really going to go any further on here. So if I put the closing trade in, somebody, here we go. Sorry, I just noticed somebody off one of the runners. We're in a tidying up exercise now. We're not going to make much more money with the stake that we've got left. So there's no need to be too critical about where we're going to get out. But you can see that we've now filled. We're past post time. The market's beginning to slow up in terms of volume. But we more or less called that right some time out in terms of what we expected to happen. So if we have a look around here, this fairly plain and simple trade. We could see that the second favourite really wasn't going to go much higher than that, but we saw that when the price came in down to around these levels, these were attractive to us. And it's very common that as the price comes in, as long as you don't see any particular reason for it to be that short, the price will meander back and regress to a more sensible level. And we spotted that fairly early on. So yeah, half decent trade. So yeah, we're out of our trade now, and you can see it was a gross profit of 254, and when we fully hedged that, it'd be around £43.